so many. This is the fullest of poetry I've done in a while with me here. It's a good feeling.
Maybe winter's really over.
Yeah, we're seeing so many readers we haven't had in a while. We hadn't had Ashley in a while. We hadn't had Elizabeth in a while. Just Dee, whose name I still have trouble pronouncing, but she's read rap with us before. She's awesome. She'll be coming up with us. So many cool people here, and it's great. Thank you for being a part of it, all of it. It's kind of rad and kind of outstanding, and it just feels real good. Sorry, I just want to share this feeling with you to know that you're not just people coming up to a mic and saying a couple words. This is a cool, weird little community of awesome people sharing their ideas, and I love to see everybody involved. And if this is the spring coming back, I love the spring. It's awesome. And with that, I'm going to call up Mike Cecconni. He's going to read with us a little bit, and I think he's going to ask me to try to kill him. So give a round of applause to him.
So many people. Awesome.
I'm ILIO. I'm in a few things, but poetry is one of the more things. Thank you, Tran, for showing me that poetry exists. I'm going to stick with the sock theme that has been brought, and this one is called The Man with Sock Tattoos. It all began with a lazy man. Someone on at least lazy day was certainly more lazy than you or I. And on one especially lazy day, I'm a little hyped up from caffeine right now. The rotund sloth sits in his own filth late afternoon after not showering for days, with crumbs crusted in his chest hair and the stench of stale beer coming from his mouth every time he yawned. This man focused on all the domestic errands that he needed to make it in a day, every single one, which made him heave his immense, disgusting body and try to catch his breath. While searching out the alcohol through his pores, from taking a piss to making something to eat, which he never did, if in fact he'd waddle to the phone, call and order some food to be brought to him. And he found himself sitting in the stained recliner staring at his yellow, stained feet. His feet seemed to stare back at him. His mind spent finding socks to wear, as well as the time he invested in pulling them over his feet, and it angered him. Knowing that he would never get that moment back, he wondered just what he could have accomplished. From stuffing his face to watching whole seasons of canceled programming, he came up with a solution. He put on his unlaced sneakers without socks, picked up all of his old socks that were dirty, including all the ones on the floor in his prospective rooms. Then he went outside behind his apartment building, set fire to all those socks he had nestled into a smelly pile. The stench lingered down the streets. Skunks ground their teeth. The sloth had a buddy who did tats. He lived in the neighborhood, and so that tat man went to the sloth. Sooner than later, he was sitting in a recliner there being asked by his equally fat and disgusting tat friend, "Just what exactly do you want done and where?" he asked. The sloth's question replied, "Give me a pair of White Hanes cushion crew, one to the left and one for the right." He raised his feet up so that his fat tat friend would be able to see the canvas on which he was about to create. Long thereafter, the fat tat friend took the hands of his sloth friend who scratched under his armpit and walked out with 2 new sock feet. Soon into the following future, he gained employment as a sock model for Hanes. And this one's kind of inspired. I was watching a Heather Grant movie. I can't remember what it was called. But there's like a certain scene there, like, you know, there's no kids in there. So. They're getting all down and dirty, but he wants to take her socks off, and she didn't want it. So this one's called Socks. I can kiss your lips, the warmth of your aggression, the slight sucking of my bottom lip. I can feel the pressure building, but I still can't feel your toes. I can touch your chest, the crevices of muscles inclining in my direction, they shudder, and I try to tear it up, but I still can't feel your toes. I can feel a slight push between my thighs, it feels so lovely, and I wonder if it feels any better than this, but I still can't feel your toes. I can hear your sighs, the catching quiver behind my neck, and they drive my heartbeat to stutter silently. So I feel like I know by just the small breaths, but I don't know you at all, not one single bit, because I still can't feel your toes, I still can't feel your toes. I'm going to do one final one. Has anybody watched The Great Dictators featuring Charlie Chaplin? I was watching it last night and it inspired me because there's so many true words, especially since this is from like the 40s and we should be believing it now. So this is called The Great Dictators Speech, spoken by Charlie Chaplin, reinterpreted by me. I'm sorry, I do not want to be an emperor. That is not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone. Everyone. Jews, Gentiles, black man, white, we all want to help each other. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We do not want to hate and despair one another. In this world there is room for anyone. Anyone! And the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost that way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate. He's bootstrapped in misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machines that give abundance has left us in want. Our technology is cynical, fucking cynical. Our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. Humanity! More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The airplane and radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness of men, cries out for universal brotherhood and sisterhood. But the unified of us all. Even though my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of disparate men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can't hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery is now upon us, but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators shall die. And the power they took from people will return to the fucking people. And as so long as men die... oh my God, I can't see coursing through my veins. We will never perish. Soldiers, do not give yourselves to the brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, your regiment, your lives, tell you what to do, what you think, and what you feel. Who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to the unnatural men, machine-head men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, no you are not. You are not cattle, no you are not. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your heart. You don't hate, only the unloved hate. The unloved and the unnatural soldiers do not fight for slavery. We fight for liberty. 17th chapter of Luke, it is written, the kingdom of God is within man. Not one man nor a group of men, but in all men. In you! The power to create happens. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life as a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world that gives men a chance to work, that gives youth a future in the old age of security. But the promise of these things, these brutes have in the power, but they lie. They do not fulfill those promises. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with the hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us fight! Okay, thank you. Give it a hand for Mike Cecconni.
Thank you, Ron. Very energetic. Next.
I would like to testify for all of you that we are all possessed by the drum spirit. We spend our daily lives drenched in repetition, just to see through that we accomplish our earthly missions. In front of Glasgow,